Let me begin with something you already know, but maybe haven't been told in these words. Anxiety doesn't just live in the mind, it lives in the body. It coils in your shoulders. It tightens your chest. It hides behind clenched jaws, shallow breaths, and racing pulses. We often talk about overthinking like it's purely mental, as if the battlefield is in our thoughts alone. But our bodies know otherwise. They speak the language of tension, restlessness, and fatigue, long before our minds catch up. In this talk, I won't teach you how to think your way out of anxiety. I want to guide you through a visual journey, a meditation not of silence, but of sight, a way of seeing your body as more than a vessel, but as a partner in healing. Let's begin. We live in a hyper-connected, hyper-stimulated world. Our phones buzz, deadlines loom. Our brains, overwhelmed by choices and expectations, keep running simulations. What if I fail? What if they leave? What if I'm not enough? And we often believe, if I can just fix my thoughts, I'll feel better. But here's the truth. Your body hears every anxious thought you whisper, and it reacts. With a clenched gut, a tensed back, a nervous system that's constantly preparing for a threat that never fully arrives. It's no surprise that so many of us feel tired, even when we've done nothing, because we're not resting, we're bracing. This is why traditional mental solutions sometimes fail, because we're trying to fix a whole body experience with only cognitive tools. But what if you could speak to the body in its own language? Let's pause. Right now, where are your shoulders? High up, almost touching your ears? Drop them. Feel the space between your neck and collarbones widen. That's a conversation with your nervous system. The body is not your enemy. It is your oldest, most loyal companion. Even when you've ignored it, it's been protecting you. When we're anxious, we often try to push the body away. We distract ourselves, numb it, suppress its signals. But healing begins when we turn toward the body, not to fix it, not to force it, but simply to say, I'm listening now. And one of the most powerful ways to do this is through visual meditation. You might be wondering, what exactly is visual meditation? It's not staring blankly at a screen, and it's not forcing your mind to be still. It's the act of gently focusing on a visual anchor, a slow-moving image, a calming pattern, a natural scene, and letting that anchor pull your awareness out of your thoughts and into the now. Why is this effective? Because when you shift from conceptual thought to visual awareness, you activate a different part of the brain. The limbic system, the part that holds memory, emotion, and stress response, begins to quiet. Your nervous system finds a rhythm to sync with, like watching water move, clouds drift, or leaves sway in the wind. You're not escaping your anxiety, you're giving it space to soften. And here's the most beautiful part. Your breath follows what you see. When the image slows, so do you. When the colors soften, so do your muscles. When the scene opens, so does your chest. Let me walk you through a simple exercise. Imagine this, a wide open landscape, no people, no noise, just soft hills and mist rising as morning begins. Your eyes land on a river. It's slow, peaceful, clear. Now breathe. Inhale. See the light reflect on the surface. Exhale. Imagine the tension in your body dripping into the river. Watch how the current doesn't resist. It carries what you give it. Now shift your attention to your chest. Is there pressure there? A weight? Visualize it as a ball of light, tight, pulsing, gently. Imagine that light floating upwards, out of your body, through your throat, past your lips, until it dissolves in the sky above. No force, just permission. This is what it means to release, not to fix, not to purge, but to allow, to say to the body, you don't have to hold it anymore. Let's pause and be honest. Letting go isn't always peaceful. Sometimes it feels like failure, like you're giving up, or becoming vulnerable in a world that demands strength. But the truth is, letting go is not weakness. Letting go is the ultimate act of self-trust. It says, I don't need to control every outcome to feel safe. I don't need to carry every fear to be prepared. I trust that peace is not the absence of danger, but the presence of alignment. Visual meditation works not because it distracts you, but because it reconnects you to what anxiety disconnected. Your breath, your body, your inner landscape. After practicing this for a while, something changes. You start recognizing your early warning signs. A clenched jaw means you need a pause. A flutter in your chest means it's time to breathe. A restless foot is your body saying, please, help me move this energy. You realize you are not broken. You were just full of signals, messages, and needs that were never decoded. And now, you're learning the language of your own nervous system. Visual meditation becomes not just a practice, but a place, a space you carry with you, on the subway, in a meeting, in bed at 2 a.m. It's your portable sanctuary, one you enter not by thinking your way in, but by softening your gaze and saying, I'm home. You are not the tightness in your chest. You are not the tremble in your hands. You are not the loop of worry running in your mind. You are the one who notices, the one who breathes, the one who can choose where to place your attention. And attention is power. When you give your attention to stillness, you invite your whole self to return to calm. This is not magic. It's not spiritual bypassing. It's practice, gentle, repetitive, forgiving. You don't need to conquer anxiety to live well. You just need to walk with it, visually, breath by breath, until it becomes less of a monster and more of a message. If this journey stirred something in you, don't just click away. Tonight, give yourself 5 minutes. Find one peaceful image, a photo, a painting, a looped animation, and just look. No pressure to feel anything. Just observe and notice what changes, not in your thoughts, but in your body. If it helped, share it. Tell someone who's been stuck in the storm.